understand why it means. It means good evening. Hello everyone. My name is Wisely Chen. I'm from Taiwan. And today I'm going to show you a continuous theory on the Linux, Windows, Hadoop. I know it is a lot of platforms. Okay, so this talk should be 45 minutes. And at first, I will give you some background knowledge about our team. And then I will show you the problem we face. And second, I will give you my solution. And I will give you a demo. And there will be a Q&A session until the end. So please hold your question. Okay, this is me. My name is Wisely Chen. I know it is very well named. And I'm a release manager of the Taiwan Yahoo shopping and data team. And I very enjoy to promote open source technology. And also, I want to give some credit to my teammate. One is the Sanqing Yu, which is our team's Windows guy. He contributes a lot of automation on the Windows batch program. And then about the Hadoop aspect, my teammate is Neoli. He is our team's Hadoop guru. So, in 2008, Yahoo acquired Monday.com, which the whole site is built from the ASP and .NET. And right now it's renamed to the Yahoo Taiwan Shopping, which is something like Amazon in Taiwan. So, in Taiwan, our team site is the biggest B2C site in Taiwan. But after in this Jenkins conference, I know that our department is very small team size. Because we only have 14 Jenkins left, so it is really slow. It is really small. And we have 8 engineering team, and each month we change 15,000 file change and 100,000 line of code change. And this is our platform. At first, in the front end, we're using the Yahoo standard, the PHP and the Java, and with the platform we're using is Linux. And this front end team is facing the external user, like we have some catalog, item page, payment, mobile, and some membership. And at the back end, we are all built from the .NET. And this backend team in charge of a cash flow, supplier, logistics, and something else. And in the backend of the backend, we have a data team, which using the Hadoop technology, and it contributes some machine learning technology like the recommendation. And we have some data mart and business intelligence report, and we have some CRM system. So our team is not so big at Yahoo, but I think it is the most unique in Yahoo because because in our department such a small department has so many platforms. So the problem happens. And this data flow is so complicated, so I don't want to waste time in explaining the data flow here. What I mean is there is a lot of relationship in each department. So if backend team change the web service spec, and maybe after release, the front end team will have some incident because of synchronized problem, or the front end team change some of the data instrument problem, and after 2 days, the data team will get an error report because of the bad synchronization problem. So this problem does trouble me a lot. And we have another problem. That is our problem. Before I become release manager, there are actually 3 teams. The front team using a Squam, Linux, and PHP, and using the Yahoo standard extraction system, the SCM using the Subversion. We don't have a CI. We just have a CI framework, and we branch by project. And the backend team using the Waterflow and using .NET framework. And the issue tracing system is a custom build. We call it a BTS. And the repository using the BSS, and the branch is single trunk. And the release management is controlled by the PM. I know it's weird, but it actually is controlled by PM. So PM actually have a team push the code to production. In the data team, we have waterfall and using the Yahoo technology, but the issue checking system is somewhat embarrassing. That is one day, in 3 years ago, I met our data operation team's manager, and he got one paper on his hand. I said, what is this paper? He said, this is user's request. I said, serious? It's user request? Yes. So in 3 years ago, actually the data team using the paper to exchange the user request, and after it closes, you will do something, okay, or release, and push back to the PM. And so we don't have, the data team has no repository, CI system, no branch, and release management basically is no. So in last 2 years, we found out, okay, we need a multi-platform build and release solution. So this is actually our solution. At first, phase one, we need to create a unique build and release process. And BNR here's name means the build and release. And in the second, we need to build our CI infrastructure. And the third, we need to automate everything to make it continuous delivery. So at first, phase one, we need to create a build and release process. And this is the whole build and release process means. I think it is very common, so I will make it quick. At first, as if somebody commit code, the Jenkins will trigger the unit testing. After we pass the unit testing, go to the integration, performance testing, and then we have one weird point, that is we have a checkpoint. The reason I put a checkpoint here is because continuous delivery is about confidence about our framework, about our process. And in last 2 years, we've done so much best practice. So we move our release frequency from the monthly to the bi-weekly to the weekly to the half-weekly. But we still have no such time to make the PM team, make the marketing team, make the sales team have more confidence about continuous delivery. So actually here we only have one checkpoint, that is release engineer will step up and check all the testing status and check all the code review and synchronize with each other, say, okay, we go, and then we deploy it and then verify. But in the data team, actually we remove this checkpoint because in the data team the risk is lower and the verified automation test coverage and automation coverage rate is higher enough. So we have a lot of confidence, and we can make sure we can continuously deliver everything without any bug. And in this phase, we actually remove some of the multi-platform complexity. So we're actually trying to move the process into a Scrum, but it is not finished yet. There is only one more thing which run the waterfall, and we don't change the operating system and language, but we migrate the issue checking system to a Yahoo standard, and we combine the repository into a subversion, but we will have plan to go into Git. And the CI we're using the Jenkins, and branch we're using a single branch. And release management, there is one dedicated release manager that is me. So you can see Chinese lesson 2. You can see in this, all of this communication happens in 1 quarter. So the communication cost is very, I don't know how to say in English, so I use in the Chinese. It's very 巨大. And the 巨 means huge, the 大 means large. And it is very interesting. If you put the huge and large, it will become something like enormous or incredible amounts of communication codes. So in that quarter, I spend all of my time in a meeting, but trust me, it worth it. And after phase 2, after we unify all of these process, and then we start to build our CI infrastructure. So this is the website CI infrastructure. Currently we have a Jenkins master, and we have Windows Jenkins lab, Linux Jenkins lab, which run the unit testing in a different Jenkins lab from, and we have Selenium testing from. So the unit tests run in the Linux Jenkins lab, and Windows and .NET unit tests run the Jenkins lab from. And then if it passes the unit test, you will deploy to a beta or a staging, and the Selenium will do some integration testing. And this is the Hadoop CI infrastructure. This is a little bit different than the website. That is, we have the same Jenkins master, but we run our unit test in the Jenkins lab in the alpha environment, and which it will run a local pig unit server. And then after it is accessed in the unit testing stage, and the Jenkins master will push code to the beta cluster. And the beta cluster, which here we implement the full stack Hadoop cluster. So we have the Hadoop job tracker and other staff node. So we install the Jenkins lab in the Hadoop job tracker, and this Jenkins lab will distribute all the job into the staff node. After it passes the beta cluster, it will deploy to a production cluster. But in our team, the production cluster is not controlled by our team. So all we have to do is just to push it to the gateway, and then the rest of the team will do the other deployment stuff. So I will give you some deep dive about the build and release process. But I know that most of you are very expertise at the Java unit testing, PHP unit testing, and the .NET unit testing. So I decided to just focus on the Hadoop unit testing. In our team, about 90% of our job is writing by the pig. So we choose the pig unit as our X unit framework. And then when we run the pig unit testing, we actually start a local mode pig server, and then run the unit testing. And we found out the pig unit is very slow because the default behavior of pig unit actually is in each test case it will initialize a pig server and then run the pig unit. After it access this test case, and then it will terminate it. So if the pig unit test case is larger enough, and the running time will be slow, so we change some of pig unit code, and then make sure all the pig unit tests run in a single pig server. And I will give you some integration tests and performance tests. But I know that all of you know a lot of Selenium. So I will put our focus on the pig performance test. The pig performance test framework we're using here is called Media. Media means starter in the other language, and Media. The other language, I forgot which language. And Media is a role-based performance framework, which it can diagnose the map reduce job, and the pig or the hive will, in the running stage, it will compile to the map reduce. So the Media can also diagnose the hive or the pig. A hive or pig performance. And Media is a very extensible framework, so you can add your own role or write write your new role. And this is working for the media. At first, each day we were sampling all of the production data into our beta cluster. The percentage I think is 1%. So there will be 1% of our production data, which is the sampling data. And then we run our pig job in the beta cluster. It will read the pig job config and run the beta cluster. And after it finishes, you will have a job history. And then the media will come in. Media will read the pig job config and read the pig job history. And based on the media rule, it will diagnose, okay, if it has very serious performance issue, it will break the CI pipeline and notify to the user. But if it success, it thinks it is okay, and then media will generate a log, and then we implement another script which will transfer the media's log into a Jmeter's log, and then we're using a Jmeter's performance plugin to draw the performance chain, and if it's success, we will go to the next CI stage. And it is the media rule example just to show how it is. And the name is to see if the reduced job is balanced or not, and the rest of is the importance and the threshold. And finally, we try to automate everything. The main point of this automate everything is about the checkpoint and the deployment. We actually did a lot of automate script about before the deployment. At first, we will automate check the bug status and make sure all the bug is verified enough. And then we'll go to a document generating side. We will create a G tag. We'll create a G tag or create a celebration tag, and we will automate generating of the release document on the Bugzilla. And after we deploy it to a production cluster, our deployment script will change the bug status. So this is basically we, after each deployment, we will comment all of the release information into our Bugzilla system. And it is auto-generating document part. In each release, we will generating the release document. And there's one more thing that I think is most important. Because continuous delivery is about confidence, and if our testing is not enough, but we can figure out there is issue before the PM or marketing side find this problem, and we fix this, and then they will have more confidence in our team. So we actually implement a lot of monitor script, and the monitor script here is not about the system, the hardware, the CPU. It's about application level logic monitoring. In this monitor script, what it has done is it will read this our sales number, and compare to the sales number with the last week and last month. If it has very huge drop, and we will know there will be some incident, or there will be some bug in our release. So this monitor script is really useful. And then finally, I will show you the result. Okay, actually it's kind of embarrassing because we have very incredible bug rate. Is high to 72%, and we have because we put all of our resources into fixing a problem we will make, so we have very low throughput. And interesting things happen. After I done the first phase, we create the build and release process. We cause a lot of communication costs into this process. And we will have very, very huge bug rate drop, which means in 72% bug rate, most of them are the syncing problem. Most of them are the communication problem. And then we start to build our CI infrastructure. After end of last year, we can find that our bug rate still dropping, and our throughput increased. And in this year, we try to automate everything we can. So there will be one metric that is the deployment cost time, because we put a lot of effort on the deployment side. So the deployment cost time dropped very, very significantly. So that's our result. That's our result. And then I will give you some CI demo on the Hadoop side. At the first scenario, I'll give you a unit testing, and the second demo I'll give you the performance testing and see what happened. And in the third demo, I will show you the deployment side. So at first, I was trying to make this unit test fail. Sorry, it's a little bit slow. And then the pig unit is activate and then run the pig unit. And because we're trying to make the pig unit fail, so eventually you'll fail, but okay. Basically, pig unit is running by the JUnit. So all of the rest pig unit behavior is the same as the pig unit. So we can see when we trying to make it normal again, coming to the git. And we check the pig unit testing result. As I mentioned before, pig unit basically is a JUnit, so it can fit in the Jenkins testing report without any trick. So the behavior is the same as the JUnit. So we can see any. Okay, it success. And then the testing result is the same as the JUnit. And this is the first scenario. That is the pig unit running on the Jenkins side. And the second, I will show you the media, the performance plugin aspect. Okay, we can see the performance. The performance plugin is the performance test is success. So this is actually using the Jenkins performance plugin, but we change media's performance test log into the JMeter's log. So the Jenkins performance plugin can draw this performance chain without any problem. And then we will continue go to the deployment side. We can see this big job is deployment to the production server, and then after it success push to a production server, we can see it will automate take some release information in the FileZilla. And this is something we automate create. We automate create the tag, automate create the release document, and something else. So to conclude, I think this process is not so pioneer and it's not rocket science, but it really helped. It helped to reduce our size bug rate and increase our productivity very dramatically. And the last thing I want to say is Jenkins is awesome because it can fit in any platform and solve our problem. So I want to thank you this conference sponsor. And the last Chinese person, 谢谢大家，祝你有美好的一天。That is thank you, and have a nice day. Do you have any questions? No?
You have 3 teams that you are doing kind of Scrum in one, Waterfall together. Are you doing the Scrum session all together?
You say Scrum or Scrum?
Scrum, you're doing like kind of an agile system for each team.
Okay.
Correct? Are you doing like morning stand-ups with everybody together, or are they still separate?
Okay. The question is, when our team run the Scrum, do we daily stand out for our team together, or we separate out each of our team? The answer is we separate our Scrum team daily stand up because we have 50 engineers. So the data is easy to launch. And then we have a small group of that is sometimes it's a little bit like a Scrum of Scrum, but it's just an information syncing problem, and it is hosted by a release engineer. And other question? No? Okay, thank you.